Flight 458 from Sydney is now arriving.
Kira. Hi, you're Kira, right? I'm not your grandfather, but he sent me to come pick you up. Welcome to South Africa. Your new home. So what do you think?
The last thing Kira wanted was to spend the summer with her grandfather.
I'm not much into hugs and all that nonsense.
I really want to go home.
Come on, I'll show you around. Kids come from miles around to see this place. So what do you think? Pretty amazing, huh?
Wow.
I was watching you in this movie, and I was really surprised about how serious you got into it. Like, you know, in the scenes where you had to be mad, I mean, you were seriously mad. Were you surprised at how much you actually really got into it?
Oh, yeah, it was so true. You know, I had to get mad at this bad guy, and I had to, like, hit him and, you know, get really angry. My cheeks were getting all red, and I was screaming. And we got back to the trailer after filming the scene, and my mum said to me, Bindi, I've never seen you that mad. And I said, Mum, I've never seen me that mad either. It was great. And, you know, it was fun playing someone different than who I really was. You know, Kira was very stubborn, and when she made up her mind, she had made up her mind, and nothing was going to change it.
Yeah, I was watching this. I was like, she's not playing around. Like, I would not want to mess with her in this.
Thank you. Well, you know, don't mess with me. No, it was a lot of fun to film, you know, and I learnt so much during the whole film. I mean, I got to work with Beau Bridges, and he's absolutely incredible. But, you know, there was something that was interesting, that we were actually alike in one way. It was so cool because actually she's trying to save this orca, and in real life, I'm trying to save a place called the Steve Irwin Wildlife Reserve. Now, the Steve Irwin Wildlife Reserve is under threat of being strip-mined, so you can go to australiazoo.com and sign the petition and help us with the fight. But it was cool that we have that in common.
Do it. She said so. She's not playing around.
But she's about to discover
Big storm coming.
she's not the only one
It's an orca.
who's miles from home.
How did he get in here? He must have washed over this wall.
Oh, yes, kids, we're rich.
Whoa, he belongs in the wild.
I'll call the marine rescue people, but in the meantime, I'm going to let people take a look at him.
Not too many people. I don't want to overexpose him.
Who said anything about overexposing?
Here he is, Willy the killer whale.
I went to the zoo with a friend of mine. Just because we had a day off and we were just kind of hanging out. We were looking for something to do. Cool. And I hadn't been to the Houston Zoo in years. I had not been. I forgot. And I went there and I was amazed at how much fun I had and just the idea that, you know, all these animals and everything. And so I'm thinking you just must live just a life of bliss.
Oh, it's
hanging
so
around all
true.
these animals.
You know, I love it. We live in the middle of the zoo, and it's so much fun because every day there's never a boring day. And I really believe that when you get to touch and feel and love on an animal, it really ultimately touches you. And that's why at Australia Zoo you can have so many experiences with all of our animals. We really do. We put our animals first, and then our keepers, and then the visitors. And really, when the visitors come in and they say happy staff and happy animals, they're happy too. You know, they get to have great experiences. And I love teaching people about animals because, you know, a lot of people are scared of things like crocodiles and snakes, and it's really because they don't know enough about them. A lot of people that think that snakes are sticky and slimy and gross and evil, but they're not. They're beautiful and smooth and incredible. I feel lost without an animal. Like I prefer to have an animal with me because they're definitely the stars.
Well, you're in luck because there's a girl outside with a dog in her purse. So whenever she comes in, you're gonna be set.
Definitely.
And which I thought, I don't have a kid, I don't have a dog.
I know.
It's a lackluster interview. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll have to figure.
Something's wrong. He's not eating.
I think he's scared.
We have to get him out of here.
We can't put him back in the open ocean without his pod. He wouldn't survive.
I know how you feel. You don't think anyone understands, but I do. If I can find his pod, will you help me set him free?
Stop.
Come on! Do you even know how to drive this thing?
It can't be that much different from a go-kart.
Pretty soon he's going to die in that lagoon. Willie's pod! They're here! We have to hurry. His family is waiting
They
for
sent me the DVD, and I watched it, and then I was able to loan it out to some of my friends, you know, and let their kids watch it. And they were saying that after the movie, their kids like got up and they went on the internet and started doing research, and so there was this cool sense like they empowered watching this movie. Was that great to be able to make a movie that makes kids want to get up and learn and do stuff?
Yeah, definitely. You know, this movie was so cool because it was all about kid empowerment. You know, I really believe that as kids, we're the next voters, the next decision makers, and we're the next generation making a difference on our planet. So I really believe that kid kid empowerment is so important. I mean, I was once watching this very old movie and it had a line in it that went, "Children should be seen and not heard." And I had to ask my mum what that meant, and she was telling me about how back then kids didn't have an opinion and they couldn't make choices of their own. And I really think that this movie was so great because it does empower all kids all around the world.
Beau Bridges.
Well, what are we waiting for?
And introducing Bindi Irwin in her feature film debut.
I knew you could do it!
Free Willy, Escape from Pirates Cove. Coming soon.